Let's welcome to the show Texas Congressman Pat Fallon. Congressman, thank you so much for joining us. Minneapolis police were reporting that shots were fired near George Floyd Square in Minneapolis. The suspect is believed to have fled. You're going to watch an Associated Press reporter ducking away from that scene right there. This is the anniversary of the murder of George Floyd. You know, sir, we're seeing Minneapolis, Chicago, Los Angeles, New York. They're talking about refunding the police, bringing money back into police budgets. What do you say to that?
Well, you know, the proof is in the pudding, and the data shows that this defund the police effort was an absolute catastrophe, Liz. In Minneapolis, I think the murder rate was up 49% and all violent crime was up 22%. In Portland, the murder rate rose 270%. Los Angeles, murders were up 28%. And shooting victims rose 100%. We can go on and on. New York City decided to defund the police. They cut $1 billion from the budget. And what did New Yorkers get? 12% uptick in murders and a 40% uptick in shootings. So it was a catastrophe. And now they have to reverse course because their citizens aren't safe.
You know, violent crime is up in 63 of the 66 largest police jurisdictions. Why is it rocket science that demonizing police, cutting their funding, having a city's political leaders demonize cops, don't defend them? Why is it rocket science to think that, who wouldn't think that this would lead to problems, that this would lead to minority communities getting brutalized with violence, immigrant communities getting brutalized with violence? So I'm not, we get it. People understand police reform, work with communities. You walk in a cop's shoes for one day, you wouldn't want to get out of bed the next day. So what do you think of this new push to refund? Is it going to happen? Is it going to take hold?
Liz, every level-headed American, when they heard about the defunding of the police effort, knew it was going to be a disaster. And it, quickly proved to be. When you demonize police, you're going to demoralize police. And the police are our heroes because as citizens, if we're not safe, then we're not free. And we knew that our police, we pay them to go into harm's way to protect us and our families, and they do a fabulous job. And of course they can improve, and there can be programs that make police more effective. I was a big proponent in the Texas legislature of body cameras. I thought because that proves what somebody says, and most of the time the criminals are lying and the police are telling the truth.
You know, the cities across the country are seeing a plunge in recruits at a time of defund the police. It's a tough, tough time. Your final word to that. Are we going to see it again? Are we going to see a shift here, a cultural change?
Well, the Democrats have, for some unknown reason, been supporting anarchy and chaos, while the Republicans are supporting law and order. And that's what people need and want. So in Republican areas, you didn't see this uptick in crime, but in the areas where they decided that the police were going to be the enemy, they did. And that's disgusting. And, it's up to the voters in those cities to hold their city councils and their mayors to account.
Congressman Fallon, it's good to see you. Come back soon.
Thanks, Liz. God bless. Take care.